So in legal information, we have view open source licenses, which is opening our credits activity. So we are going to use this credits activity for giving attribution to third party libraries, showing their licenses and home pages and their names. So we'll do this in our activity underscore credits. So for example, consider when we add a new vector asset and when we use clip art, then these icons are available under the Apache license version 2.0. They are provided to us by Material Design Icons. So this is their GitHub repository. We will use this as their homepage. So we are going to use this URL to attribute them. So first of all, we will design our activity credits. So just copy entire layout of activity legal information to activity credits, and we will just remove those material buttons and divider views, and we will change text from legal information to credits and extract string resource. Then in this layout, after linear layout, we will add another linear layout with the layout width, match parent and height wrap content. We'll set its orientation to vertical. Then we will add padding of 8 dp from all four sides. We'll set clickable to true and focusable to true, and we'll use background as card ripple effect light. Then in that we will add one text view, the layout width and height wrap content. We'll set its text to material design icons and extract string resource. We'll set text appearance to text appearance subtitle 1. We'll set text color to attribute primary text, and we will collapse its empty tag. Then we will add another linear layout with the layout width, match parent and height wrap content. We'll set orientation to horizontal, and we will add margin top of 3 dp. In that linear layout, we will add one text view with the layout width and height wrap content. We'll set its ID to home page MDI, and we'll set its text to view their home page and extract string resource. Then we'll set clickable to true and focusable to true. We will add margin end of 20 dp. Then we will set text color to secondary text, and we will collapse empty tag. Instead of view their home page, we'll just set text to visit home page, and we will extract string resource. Now just copy paste this entire text view tag one more time. We'll set its ID to view license TV, view license MDI, and we will set its text to view license, and we will extract string resource. So this linear layout represents one item. After this, you can add a divider view and add another linear layout for another library. So in this video, we are just doing it for material design icons. So we'll reference our homepage MDI text view in credits activity. So final text view, homepage MDI, and we'll reference view license MDI in our credits activity. Then we'll reference this back IB image button. We'll set back IB dot set on click listener to credits activity dot this. We'll set homepage MDI dot set on click listener and view licenses MDI dot set on click listener to credits activity dot this. Then we will implement view dot on click listener in credits activity, and we will implement method on click. In that we will fetch ID using view dot get ID. Then we will create if id is equal to r dot id dot back ib. Then in that case we want to finish activity, else if id is equal to r dot id dot home page mdi. So we need to reference them first of all, hence it is producing error. So we'll reference homepage MDI and view license MDI, and thereafter we will set on click listener of them. In the case of homepage MDI, we will just do the similar thing that we did in our legal information. We will create a try catch block and we will load their web page. So copy the entire URL and paste it in URI.parse, so it will open that link. Now for the view licenses MDI, we will create a new sheet in which we are going to show that license. So we will create a new Java class. We will call it license sheet. Now for this sheet we need a layout, so we'll create new layout resource file. We'll call it pop-up view license. In pop-up view license we will use nested scroll view as parent, which will have match parent as width and wrap content as height. Then we will use padding start of 10 dp and padding end of 10 dp. Then we will set over scroll mode to never. In that nested scroll view we are going to add one text view which will represent the text of our license. So we will use width match parent and we will use height wrap content. We'll give it ID license TV and we will use text appearance as text appearance subtitle 1. Then we will set text color to attribute primary text and we will collapse its empty tag. Now we are going to reference this license TV in license sheet. So just do one thing, open message sheet and copy the entire code from message sheet to license sheet, and we will use pop-up view license. In on view created we'll reference license TV text view and we will use bundle get arguments and we will use get string instead of get integer, and we will use license text. We do not have close button, so we are ready with our license sheet. Now we will do one thing. As you can see, this web page represents GitHub repository of material design icons, and you can view their license over here. So they are using Apache license 2.0 and we have permissions of commercial usage, modification, distribution, patent use and private use. We cannot use it as trademark. they do not give any liability and warranty to us. And there are two conditions: license and copyright notice and state changes. So this is their license. So we will just copy this using copy raw contents, then open Notepad or other text editor of your system, paste that license text over here and save it on your desktop as text file. We'll call it license. So it will be saved as license.txt on desktop. Now we will do one thing. So in the app directory, we will create a new directory. We will call it. So just do one thing, switch to project view. In your app src main, we will create a new directory, assets. Now switch to Android view. In that assets, we will copy and paste license.txt file in app src main assets. So this is that file. Now before setting text, we will just do one thing. We will extract it as string value in string license text, and we will check if text utils dot is empty license text. If it is not empty, then only we will set license tv dot set text to license text. Else we'll show toast and we'll use view dot get context, and we will pass r dot string dot general message to it, and we will do this whole thing in try catch block, and in case of exception we will show the same toast. Now in our credits activity, we have on click listener for view license mdi. So here we will call view license method. Now we will create view license method in our credits activity. So it will be private void view license. In this we will create a new thread. We'll supply new runnable. In the run method, we'll declare string license text to null. Then we will create a try block, and we will use input stream is equal to credits activity dot this dot get assets dot open, and we will pass license dot txt, that is file name of our file license.txt, and we will create buffered reader is equal to new buffered reader. We'll pass new input stream reader, and we will pass stream to it, so it will auto close those readers and input stream after it completes its functionality. Now we'll create string line final string builder return string is equal to new string builder. We will create while loop. So while line is equal to reader dot read line is not equal to null, then we will append that to return string using append method, and we will append line, and then we will append system dot line separator since we appended line, we will append line separator of system. Now after the while loop, we'll set license text is equal to return string dot to string. So we will read line one by one. Now we will catch general exception E. In that case, we will create a toast and we will set its text to r dot string dot oops general message. In the finally block, we will create a try block. Then we will set final string final license text is equal to license text. Then we will use credits activity dot this dot run on UI thread because we want to open bottom sheet, and we will pass new runnable. In this we will create another try block. We will create license sheet, then we will create bundle, and as you can see in our license sheet we are referencing the license text which is a string. So we will use bundle dot put string license text and we will pass final license text. Then we will use license sheet dot set arguments and we will pass bundle, and thereafter we will show our license sheet using show method, and we will use credits activity dot this dot get support fragment manager and we will pass license sheet as tag. Then we will catch exception and ignore it to prevent crash, and here we will catch exception E and show toast r dot string dot oops general message, that is something went wrong, and we will start this thread and we will do one thing. We will replace this runnable with lambda, and we will replace this runnable with lambda, and we have one warning. We will remove this unused import. Now we are ready. We will test our app on emulator. It is going back, then it is opening that homepage link, and when we press license it is showing license. So we are done with our site settings and settings for our application. Now in the next video we will wrap up our section.